Welcome back to the Darren Show. It is time. I cannot believe this. We're already on chapter 6 of the songwriter journey. Making my way through my first notebook. This started when I was like in 5th grade. I'm just going to get right into it here. Again, these are not all great songs, but I'm just putting them all in here. I want to get everything on video and up into the internet and off into the world for posterity or whatever you want to call it. When I do hear one that I think I like or one that I'm proud of, you'll know. But let's see, we're in chapter 6 right now. We might need to get to like chapter 20 before that happens. Who knows? Okay, here we go. Sometimes I need to feel you and you're not here. Sometimes I try to call you, but you're not there. Sometimes I'm scared and don't know what I fear. Sometimes I think about you, though you may not care. And sometimes I wish you still loved me. I know I was hard to get along with and hard to understand. I know it seemed that I spent less time with you and more with my band. But I loved you and I cared. I just wish you still loved me. I wish you were home when I walk in the door. I wish I could hold you again. I wish you were near me when I need to just talk. I wish I could kiss you again. I wish I could start all over again and be what I know I should be. I wish you were back to light up my nights, and I wish you still loved me. I mentioned this in some of my earlier songwriting journey videos, but I'm going through these with you at the same time. I'm basically just turning the page and see what's there. Some of these are poems, some of them are songs, some of them are incomplete. Here's another one. I like living on the edge. I love the thrill of the ledge. I try to walk on the borderline and take the hard way every time. I don't care what people say. I don't hear what people think. It soothes me to live this way. I get a chill from living on the brink. I get frustrated with the same thing every night. All these crazy people doing drugs and starting fights. Don't want to just sit home and watch Letterman all the time. But there's nothing to do anymore that isn't some sort of crime. I think I'll take a walk downtown when the moon is behind clouds. I like it better that way when there aren't so many crowds. And maybe I'll see a guy down there and maybe he'll have a knife and it's a possibility he may give me a reason to take his life. Holy cow, some of these take a turn. I think they start out one way and then they go somewhere else. Okay, this is a little longer one here. Time's never right. It seems the time's never right for talk of you and I. Your act's the same every night, no matter how I try. You keep pushing me off, but always with a smile. You keep me hot on your tracks, then slap me with cold denial. You know just what to do to keep me chasing after you, and your twisted mind keeps me hanging on the line. I'm unfinished business as far as you're concerned. I'm stuck in the middle. You think I'd have learned. You started it, and you don't want it to end. But you won't even tell me where to begin. You don't really care if it goes anywhere. I see you at the mall, walking with some friends. You say you've tried to call. You want to make amends. I should laugh in your face, but I want to cry. You flash that innocent look as I let out a sigh. Then we go back to the chorus is that you know just what to do to keep me chasing after you, and your twisted mind keeps me hanging on the line, all that. Third verse. And so I've made up my mind to quit believing in lies. I'm going to put this behind me. A man's a fool till he tries. Yeah, babe, I'll finish up what you were letting hang. For me, a new sun is rising. Got no more time to play games. Then chorus amended to you knew instead of you know just what to do, and no more unfinished business instead of I'm unfinished business, and then I was stuck, but now I've learned. So apparently by the time I get to the end of the song and I go back through the chorus a third time, everything's in past tense. I'm like, moving on. Okay, here we go. These are getting a little longer now. I'm noticing I am getting a little better. These are not just all I love you, she loves you, bub-a-da-boo-ba-da-boo. So that's nice. It's nice to see a little advancement coming into my songwriting. Again, we're still in the 80s. I'm still just about 20. Possibly some of these I'm possibly 20, but most of these are late teens. Probably I'm not married until we're still in 85. I didn't get married until I was 20 in 1986, and still basically lived at home, working, had a girlfriend, but so who knows? I had no life experience. I don't know where some of these came from. Probably from reading, watching movies, listening to other songs, yada yada. Angel of Mercy. An angel of mercy on your doorstep came to take you away. Had a hard day, feeling bent, beat up. Angel of Mercy. An angel of mercy on your doorstep came to take you away. Had a hard day, feeling beat up, but you tell her you want to stay. You like living, but you don't like life. You like the good times, but you want no strife. And you say it's all right, just leave you to yourself. So you don't have money, you still got your health. And that's what matters, that's what counts. Policeman rapping on your car window tells you to move along. You were dreaming on the side of the road, listening to some damn song. You like living, but you don't like life. Too easy for someone to kill you with a knife. Okay, I've noticed that in this song just a little bit ago, life and knife rhyme. Okay. And you say you're okay, but your wife couldn't stand the strain, so now you're all alone, but you're still sane. And that's all that matters. That's what counts. Telephone ringing off the wall. Now, who could it be? Go to the gunroom at the end of the hall. Pull out your key. You like women, but you hate your wife, so now you feel you should take your life. You pull the trigger and you go down fast. You lived your dream, though it was your last, and that's all that matters. That's what counts. An angel of death on your doorstep came to drag you away. Had a hard life, but it ended fast. No more games to play. You stopped living because you hated life. Now you're gone, but you got no strife. You're finally all right as they carry you away. Life's troubles can't find you 6 feet under clay. And that's what matters. Yeah, that's what counts. Man! I mean, I didn't really have a happy childhood and stuff, but I don't know how much of this was like me feeling that way. Or just influence, TV, movies, whatever. But some of these, whoo, okay. November 15th, 1985. Living in a world of lifeless, living in a world unknown, living in a world so lonely, living underneath a stone, living with unanswered questions, living within myself, living with some reality, living up on a shelf, living to please the present, living to laugh at the past, living without a future, living just a little too fast, living without a reason, living with little wealth, living in search of life, living in sickness and health, living under blankets, living on the front page, living to the limit, living is the latest rage, living with no hearing, living with no sight, living with your daydreams, living with your fright, living with disadvantages, living with no support, living to be lively, living in the center court, living with your anger, living with eruptions, living with the fools, living with corruptions, living in a penthouse, living in total poverty, living with no children, living on private property, living and being beaten, living and being abused, living to hear some laughter, living to be amused, living with suggestions, living close to death, living with congestions, living your last breath. All part of living, all part of life, all part of getting on and going without strife. Obviously a poem more than a song. And I'm sure a lot of young songwriters do that thing like, oh, this is cute, just living. Let's just repeat living over and over. This looks like, it starts out, it looks like it could be a love song. Let's check it out. I used to take pictures of her when she was on the swing. We used to fly kites and go on picnics in the spring. Winter was cold and winter was dark, but when summer came, we went down to the park. Whatever flames that winter put out, summer rekindled the fire. I danced with her into the night, and holding her, I'd never tire. Those nights when we'd go for a drive, she and Springsteen made me feel so alive. And we'd park on the edge of town, the radio was up, and we'd get down. We left our childhood far behind, and picked up speed as time went by. Friends we had when we were young faded away into a summer sky. In the wintertime, the sun was gone, the wind was crisp, and the nights were long. You'd hold me tight, and that was fine. But true love blossomed in the summertime. I'm gonna put a little note up here at the top of this one. Let's call that summertime. Here's just a quick little short ditty down here. Girls on the corner and girls in the street, girls in the night with pink shoes on their feet, girls whom I asked to be free for one night, girls that just slap me and run out of sight. Okay. You know, so I remember being really influenced by Springsteen's, well, probably Born to Run and then The River, both albums influenced me. And I started trying to write a lot more story type of songs. And also he would put women's names in songs like One Soft Infested Summer, Me and Terry Became Friends, or, you know, Rosalita, Mary's Dress Ways, or Waves, depending on who you believe about that lyric. So I decided, I'm going to put some women's names in my songs, and that's going to be cool. And of course, he would talk about like his working at the factory or his daddy's job or this or that. So heavily influenced by that. Here we go. Now that I've given way too much lead up. Standing outside in the parking lot of my father's liquor store, she came up to me and she said hello. I thought I'd let her in on a little secret, so I told her how I loved her so. But I said nothing she didn't already know. Now 20 years have rolled on by. I don't sit around just getting high anymore, like she and I would do behind my father's store. Oh, I remember those nights. I remember them well. I remember how we thought we were going to hell, but we didn't care. It didn't sound unfair to me. Dorothy moved away the summer of our senior year. She never writes me too much, and the reason isn't clear. Guess she cares no more about my father's store. Well, you know, let's try something different. Just sitting here staring out the window, waiting for something to hit me. It's dark outside and it's cold in here, but I don't feel like going to bed. Could write about a woman, but that's not the story. Could talk about my problem if I knew what it was. Could tell you I'm drunk, but you know I don't drink. It's just something inside my head. Okay, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't have any experience with love or relationships or sex, anything. So who knows where a lot of these lyrics came from, but yada yada. Here's one. A boy stands on the corner. The rain is falling down. He's waiting on that bus that never comes. An old woman walking in the gutter. Her feet are soaking wet, yeah. She's waiting on that bus that never comes. A group of children laughing, though inside their bellies hurt. They may not see the sun tomorrow. And you and I go on our way. We must complain about our busy day. We worked so hard, you know, and had to take a short lunch. Oh, can't we pity ourselves? Even though we have our wealth. There are those who have nothing, but hey, who cares about them? Who cares about them? A boy sits on the corner. A car drives by and splashes him. He shivers just a little more. He shivers just a little more. That was sad. Here's another Springsteen-inspired Working for My Daddy story song. Well, I started out working for my daddy, swinging a hammer at his construction site. I was only 17 at the time, but the boys still took me down to the bar on Friday night. There was a cute little girl down there about my age. She just brought us all our drinks and smiled a lot. That girl took a bunch of teasing from my daddy's boys. They'd try to grab her, but she never got caught. But the first time she saw me, she took a long, long look. All the boys, well, they slapped me on the back. Her eyes told me that she longed to get out. Would I be the one to take her across the tracks? Oh, across the tracks, cross the tracks. On the outskirts of town, there was a railroad yard, and on the other side lay the real world. Every boy's dream growing up was to get across somehow, and to go along with the boy who made it was the dream of every girl. Well, this darling waiting tables in the barroom must have seen a fire in my blue eyes, and I still tell her even to this day, I'm glad she was smart enough to pick me out of all those guys. Because the first time that she saw me, she took a long, long look. All the boys, well, they slapped me on the back. Her eyes told me then that she longed to get out. Would I be the one to take her across the tracks, cross the tracks, cross the tracks? It's another little short one, just a short one. Short piece down here. Love is so strange, is my love deranged? Can this possibly be the essence of me? Holding on to you so tight, night after night? When the ship is lost, when the feathers fly, will I need to go away, and will I wonder why? Indeed, I paid all costs, no one can prove us wrong. Will I need to call you up to know where I belong? All right, a couple of more. I'll call this my Springsteen era, my Springsteen wannabe era. This is called Laura. Laura, meet me tonight down at the park. You can wear your red dress if you want to. Laura, meet me tonight down by the fountains. We can dance 'neath the stars like we used to. We never needed the music. We just hold each other and think about a song we'd heard on the radio. I remember the way you'd look into my eyes and tell me to never let you go. And the music in my head seemed to last all night as we swayed on the grass on the dark hillside. And I'd look at the moon with your breath in my ear, and somehow the world would seem so crystal clear. I never thought that maybe someday it'd end. I guess I was too in love to comprehend that you can't dance forever, though it feels so right. You can't dance forever, not even for one night. You can't dance forever, easy as it seems. You can't dance forever when you're 17. The world is full of people like us, Laura, surviving on the dreams we've got in our souls. But sooner or later, the long winter nights, they sneak up on us and they take their toll. And we forget what it's like to be so young and to dance on a moonlit night. So won't you dance with me tonight? I know you got your family. It's hard for you to look back now. But Laura, I'll show you how. Just take my hand and we can try again to dance on the grass on the dark hillside. To dance forever, at least one night. Oh, Laura, meet me tonight. Okay, since I had some chords, some guitar chords kind of thrown in here and sort of remember how I think it might go, I'm gonna try to. I haven't practiced this at all, and I wrote this like 1985, so we'll see. Pardon me. We're gonna see how this sounds. Laura, meet me tonight down at the park. You can wear your red dress if you want to. Laura, meet me tonight down by the fountains. We can dance 'neath the stars like we used to. We never needed the music. We just hold each other and think about a song we'd heard on the radio. I remember the way you'd look in my eyes and tell me not to ever let you go. And the music in my head seemed to last all night as we swayed on the grass on the dark hillside. And I'd look at the moon with your breath in my ear, and somehow the world would seem so crystal clear. I never thought that maybe someday it would end. I guess I was too in love to comprehend that you can't dance forever, though it feels so right. You can't dance forever, not even for one night. You can't dance forever, easy as it seems. You can't dance forever when you're 17. That's kind of the idea there on that one. All right, so we're getting pretty close to wrapping up chapter 6 here. In fact, this is probably going to be the last one. Another little Springsteen-influenced thing here. Girl, I'll come by and see you if you really want me to. I'll climb into my car and drive down the avenue. To your house there on the corner, from your bedroom a light shines. It'll guide this lost soul in me to the love it longs to find. I know why you called me here on this hot, dry summer night, why you take hold of my arm and grip it oh so tight. Something burns within you and you long to set it free. You want to leave your family and just walk away with me. But Pam, I've got to tell you, we just weren't meant to be. I'm not the one who picked you up and set your spirit free. Now Pam, don't cry and don't ask why. Just try to understand. I know you need to get out soon, but I'm not your kind of man. You need to have the comfort that you won't get from me. There's two kinds of freedom, oh Pam, babe, can't you see? I've got the freedom I've always wanted, and you want the freedom you've never had. But hang on, Pam, it ain't that bad. Pam, don't be sad, 'Cause someday maybe I'll change my mind. Oh, Pam, it just takes time. Pam, I know what you're thinking. Please don't do this to me now. It's so hard to resist you. I never did learn how. The way you hold my hand, babe, the warmth in your sweet smile, the pounding in my heart tells me to stay for just a while. But my heart, it can't think, Pam. Don't cloud my head with dreams. And let me tell you, freedom ain't as easy as it seems. Something burns within you. You long to set it free. You got to get out of the house and come and live with me. But Pam, I got to tell you, we just weren't meant to be. Although I love you dearly, I can't help you to be free. Now, Pam, don't cry. And don't ask why. Try not to be so mad. I'm sorry I can't help you out. Don't make me feel so bad. You need to have the comfort that you won't get from me. There's two kinds of freedom, Pam. Oh, Pam, babe, can't you see? Yeah, that's a long one. And that's going to wrap up chapter 6. Thanks again for listening. Chapter 6. Let's see, what do we got? A preview of chapter 7 coming up here. You say stuff I'm doing. That's me doesn't lay here in bed. Ooh, one of my first album length attempts. This Pink Floyd influence, trying to do a theme album called Strange. And it has a couple of pages. And it goes through a little theme. Strange. Brings in the word strange 2 or 3 times in other songs, and strange though it seems, it's true by all means. It's so strange. And I've got all of the chords and progressions, so that'll be fun. Chapter 7, coming back for that. Got quite a few here. Yeah, we'll go through. Chapter 7 has some more well-rounded types of songs, and and then some of the first songs that I started recording. Chapter 7 is going to be a good one. And later on, chapter 8, it looks like I get into some of my funny songs, my humorous songs, my parody songs. So that'll be coming up in chapter 8. Eventually, we're going to get further and further along in the 90s and beyond. But thanks for watching chapter 6. It's The Darin Show. Rush!